EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled. End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
48-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Calling a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. Line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Broncos take over first and 10. at their own 23-yard line.
Block, and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Block working out of the gun. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lock. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
1st down, Denver.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Lock. But when they're going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to beat.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. K.J. Hamler deep for the Broncos. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And all the way home for a Bronco score. K.J. Hamler, 75 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down by Vaughn Miller. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
7-7, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And 1.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And 9.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Following the fumble recovery, it's Locke. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Touchdown, Denver.
Phillip Lindsey, 26 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only created his own space as well.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Ravens 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
45.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 52 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, block. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
Okay, here we go.
Clock now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
Kickoff for Denver.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Watch it.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson able to get away. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And all the way down to the 12. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
From the gun, Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Broncos 28, Ravens 14. Brandon McManus to kick off 4.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Locke. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Here's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
29-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
From the 29, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up.
They run once more with Edwards. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he will have a Ravens 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jarrell Casey. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Flushed out right. He'll run it, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And some room to roam now. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
The extra point.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
7 yards the pickup there.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Stepping up, he'll try. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Broncos on to the